All right, everyone, we have real economic progress here, actually. Donald Trump appears to have backed down China with regards to tariffs. Link in the description, archived, of course. China appears to have made positive motion in favor of opening its markets completely to the West. That is, the 145% tariff, which was obviously used as a ruse, appears to be off the table now. The idea behind Trump's tariffs, generally speaking, as I analyzed prior, was to try to get other countries to come to the table, negotiate. So you've got like an 80% tariff on one of our goods, and that's unacceptable. And you get a 100% tariff on another good and a 50% tariff on another good. And this has been going on for a very, very long time. The United States, generally speaking, has not really retaliated with regards to these tariffs. Other countries use them all the time. They use them because they work. The United States now has said, no, we're not going to deal with this anymore. We'll just put an even higher tariff on your goods. We'll shut you out of our market entirely. Therefore, the other countries, generally speaking, capitulate and say, okay, we'll lower our tariffs. Now, it doesn't matter if you reduce the 80% tariff to a 20% tariff or something like that. It's incremental improvement with regards to the U.S. economy, but we have to take care of our own. Our government exists to represent us. Our government exists to represent the people of the United States. It doesn't exist to represent the people of Europe. It doesn't exist to represent the people of South America. It doesn't exist to represent Australia or China or Russia or any of these other countries. The idea, therefore, is to try to back them down economically and say, look, we've got lopsided trade. If we're selling wheat, wheat, of course, into your country and you're tariffing it at, let's say, 60% or something, I think Canada, it's 88% or something like that, and we're not tariffing yours, you're intruding on our markets, but we're not allowed to exist in your markets. Nobody's going to buy that shit other than maybe the super rich, at least upper middle class or beyond or something like that. And so it's lopsided. It's unfair. We want fair and free trade. Stop with the tariffs. That's the only thing that the United States is asking for at the moment. I find it very funny. No offense to people outside of the United States. I find it very funny that every other country in the world is able to levy tariffs. Nobody complains about it. Nobody has a problem with it. But as soon as the United States does it, all of a sudden, we're committing treason, basically. We're doing something terribly wrong. I do not believe in tariffs. That being said, these other countries have already been levying them for an extended period of time in many cases. So it makes sense for the United States to back these countries down. You know, China, Russia, the European Union, the UK, and so forth. We've got a free trade agreement now with the UK, which looks at least reasonably good at the moment. We'll see how that pans out. There's a trade agreement, and that's good. Hopefully, we can strike them with China, with the European Union, with South American states. I think that Malay would probably be very much involved with this as well, with regards to South America. And that's valuable, by the way, because Argentina is a big country. It is a powerful country. And so that would make sense. The United States, if it's going to conduct free trade, is going to need to make sure that other countries are actually involved in free trade. We can't simply have a situation where the United States grows sorghum or something like that, and another country decides to tariff the sorghum at 100% or something like that in order to extract tribute effectively. Why should the United States have to pay tribute? It makes absolutely no sense. We're going to be priced out of your market. Only rich people are going to be buying the U.S. sorghum. You're going to be pocketing the difference. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If we're going to have free trade, let's have actual free trade as opposed to stupid trade. And Donald Trump has already talked about this on multiple occasions. We don't have free trade. We have stupid trade, effectively. He is fundamentally correct. If another country is tariffing you on a certain good and either pricing you out of the market or making sure that only wealthy people can afford your possibly superior product, which is sort of the reason, and then they're extracting tribute from that. That doesn't make any sense, not from the U.S. perspective at least. I have no problem with any other nation in the world. It doesn't matter what kind of socioeconomic situation you have, what kind of government you have, or what your race is, or anything like that. But we can't engage in that kind of stupid trade forever. We will be bled dry, exploited by other nations. What sense does that make? Absolutely none in the end. That's about all. Peace out.